feel like a legit veteran these days? I mean, he's been around a while. I mean, is it much different when you look back at your rookie year?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have a great feel for our offense and, the flow of training camp into the season and how important these days are and how limited they are, coming from college where you get a month of real training camp. You only get 2 weeks here, so got a good feel for it.
Right now, first day of pads, how's he looking out there?
First day of pads, I'll watch it when we see it. We just came off the field, but no, I think, there's obviously an adjustment coming from college, especially to the NFL, but this offense, it's very particular in what we do. But I think he's picking it up well and excited to see where he goes with it.
Wise, is there a notable difference from, first block of practices to putting on the pads today, just as the team in general?
Oh, yeah, guys are excited. You get to play real football. You get to thud up, you get to use your pads, helmet, and honestly just get physical. So, yeah, guys are pretty excited for that.
Aaron, does Chris take a different approach to the season when you have so many rookies? You guys have like 4 or 5 rookies in your room.
No. I mean, Sifo is going to try and bring the young guys along, and, of course, that's going to be a focus. But, he's got other guys he has to coach too, so I think he does a good job of balancing, bringing the rookies along, bringing the new guys along, but still coaching the guys that have been here and just helping guys get better and get more acclimated to the offense.
Mr. said the other day that the mistake that Spencer made in the Super Bowl was very tough on Spencer. Do you guys, I mean, do you talk to him about that, and what kind of advice or relief can you give a guy after something like that happens?
Sore subject. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
And Brett has called Juwan Jennings one of the best players he's ever played with. Obviously, Niners are loaded with a lot of good players. Most people don't immediately think of Juwan Jennings, but obviously he has a lot of respect, not just respect, but where does that come from? That level of,
Man, Juwan, it's a mentality thing and just the tenacity that he brings to the game. Like, he'll go block anybody. He'll go, go against anybody. He'll run any route. He'll catch balls in traffic, get hit. Like, doesn't matter. Juwan is just like he just doesn't really, I don't want to say doesn't care about his body, but like, he will go and throw his body into anything. And it's just the energy and type of mentality that we love.
Everybody assumes that Trent will be back here at some point during camp or before the season starts. A player of that caliber, how much practice does this guy like that really need?
I mean, Trent's a guy that, when he shows up, he's going to be Trent Williams. And he's going to be at the top of his game. It's not like there's no chance that he's, wherever he is, like not working to be ready. So when he shows up, he'll be ready. I'm not worried about that.
Against Eric Armstead in camp for the last few years. What's it like with this new crew? I mean, do you kind of feel out Maliek Collins and Jordan Elliott, those types of guys?
Yeah, those dudes are good. I think it's a good combination. You get Grave, you get Maliek, you get Jordan Elliott, you get Givens. I think it's a good combination of guys in the middle that can get the job done at a high level. You swap them in one for the next, and I think they're all strong. They all play with good fundamentals, good hands, good pad rush. So I was excited to see how it pans out for them.
First day of pads, but Javon Hargrave talked about how much he's better this season than he was last year, just trying to get adjusted to the scheme. Have you seen that, a difference in his play?
Oh, yeah. Hargrave's the real deal. Like, personally, I get pretty much every rep with Hargrave, so getting to go against him has made me better, but seeing where he was from last year to this year, like, I think he's quicker. I think he's honestly probably stronger. Like, I think he's taking a step in his game for sure.
With an offense this, comprehensive, explosive, and a playbook as, elaborate as it is, how important is that camaraderie and chemistry with each other there on the line, and how much do you guys kind of use that and lean on that in, these big game situations?
You're talking from an O-line standpoint? I mean, I'm a firm believer that you're only as good as the guy next to you. You're only as strong as your weakest link. And so for everybody to be comprehensive and play together as one, when I was in college, they talked about 5 fingers versus 1 fist. 1 fist is a lot stronger. So everybody being together is going to play out a lot better.
Understanding it's a business side and DA is dealing with what he has off the field, how important and how much do you appreciate his teammate that he's here holding in and with the team meetings and kind of just around the team to be here for camp?
Man, I love BA. Love playing with him. You know, however it plays out for him, you know, he's going to be in a good situation. He's going to get what he deserves. But, you know, if he's not here, we're definitely going to miss him. It sucks if he's not here.
You're going to be in a contract situation after this season. Does that make the season from a mental standpoint any different? Is there any more pressure?
No, I like to take it day by day. I just want to stay in the moment, you know, go to each practice, focus on each practice. When the games come, just focus on each game. And I think, you know, as long as I just keep doing that, when it comes to that time, it'll play out how it's supposed to. If I get ahead of myself and start thinking about that stuff, that's not something that I want to do.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
We spoke to Aaron Banks just a little while ago, and he was asked about Javon Hargrave and how he's looked. What's been your impression lining up next to the guy?
Man, a guy that I've been studying for a long time. We came out together. We trained a little bit in the offseason together. I'm just excited to be here and learn from him.
How does he compliment you?
I mean, I think we're gonna complement each other well. I think his game, the ability to win at the speed that he wins at on a fast pace, through the A gap, through the B gap. I think it's something I can learn from as far as speeding up my rushes. I've been close a lot as far as like pressures and things like that. I'm learning from him how to speed up my rush and get vertical now.
Malik, how are you a different player than the player that came out of Nebraska?
It's a long time ago. More seasoned. I've done played a lot of snaps since then. Just learning my body, knowing what I'm good at and what I'm not as great at.
What's the vibe of the defensive line room?
It's a fun vibe, man. We mesh well. We have a lot of fun together. Play spades at lunch, you know, things like that. I think it's a good vibe so far.
How are you enjoying Chris Kasarik? I know he's kind of a different kind
Chris,
of
Chris, man, that's somebody I've been waiting to play for since I came out. I thought I was gonna go to Detroit when I first came out and play for him. We had a good draft meeting, but it's somebody I've been eager to learn from. I mean, he's on it. He's on it. So just learning from him has been great.
You've only been here a short time. What are the things that you've learned from him?
Like the things I started out with, talking about like speeding up my rush, how to finish a rush, so there's not a pressure. It can turn into a sack, things like that.
How much crossover is there between what the 49ers are asking you to do and what you did with Houston, given the fact that Nico's staff was here before?
It's been like the exact same verbiage and everything, so there's a lot of crossover.
Eric Armstead's the guy that built up a pretty big reputation here for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see yourself as stepping in for him, or are you just part of a defensive tackle group? And what did you know about Eric? Is your guy that you've met over the years?
I know that's big shoes to fill. I see what he meant to this organization, what he meant to this community, being from SAC. Somebody I have a lot of respect for. I'm just here to be the best version of myself.
Fun to put on Pat today?
For sure.
In what way was it fun to kind of get out there and play what we call real football?
Just been a while since I put on pads. In January, so it's been about 7 months since. Well, I don't know how many months it's been. Been a while, so I'm excited to get back out there and bang. That's the way we.
I guess learned about Chris Kasarik before you worked with them. How does that? Is there a difference between what you knew then versus what you know from him now, just in the short time that you've been here?
I mean, I've been close with some players that played for him in the past. So Kerry Hodder, somebody that played for him in the past. He came over to Houston last year, and he basically told me exactly how how it was, and then Javon as well. Just seeing those two guys and what they say about Chris, and it come into meetings and it's the exact same. The intensity, the attention to detail, and it's something I'm thrilled to see how this year goes with it.
Kasurk in the offseason, he had said that Rod Marinelli had given you a thumbs up in terms of, hey, this is a guy you might want to consider here.
Mm-hmm.
What was your relationship with Marinelli? And I know you could think with Dallas and I guess with the Raiders.
Yeah.
The Raiders thing, you only played like 10 games, I think, but did you have a good experience with
For
him
sure.
there?
I was with Marinelli for 5 years. So that, and then going with, I was with Lovie Smith for a couple years under his same type of system. Great dude. Somebody I learned from, still talk to this day. Got tons of respect for him and the man that he is.
Malik, what would you say is the strength of your game, and is there a part of your game that you still feel like you need to work on?
Movement is probably my favorite strength of my game. Movement, quickness, violence, being physical. Something I really want to work on is just winning faster. I mean, with these guys, the guys that we got here, it's going to be a race to the quarterback anyway. I don't want to be a step behind doing something extra. I got to win now, so.
Thanks, Malik.
Yeah.
Thank you.